What's up, fellow duelists? Y.G.O-LYFE here. This video talking about my Neos-Spacian deck profile. Basically, this is a Neos-Spacian built around Miracle Contact and Neos Fusion, basically, and then have one of each Neos-Spacian Fusion in the extra deck to completely make it max out at 15. Main deck 40 cards. Slightly I would say this is basically just a beginner's Neos-Spacian build. There's other versions you can play in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into the deck profile. So we made in one Stratos to be able to search our Elemental Hero Neos, our Shinies, or even our Elemental Hero Prismas, which with Elemental Hero Prisma we play basically 3 Elemental Prismas that dump Neos to the graveyard. We play multiple because Neos does go back into the deck, and then just Stratos just help search hero monsters in the deck. I did test this at 3, no problem with playing at 3. I just end up cutting it to 2 for just to help with more consistency. But 2 honest Neos, because you need it for your Neos monster. Basically make it 5k for a turn. I'm only running 2 Elemental Hero Neos. Honestly, this is my favorite hero of all time, Neos. Even if those are level 7 normal, Neos is by far my favorite. And we play the one Rainbow Dragon just to make Rainbow Neos, because it's a Neos deck, and this is why this is a different version of Neos-Spacian than I usually play, because I'm playing Rainbow Neos, because the Rainbow Neos actually does work with the Neos Fusion. Three Neos-Spacian connectors just to turbo out Neos and your Neos-Spacians from the missing pieces you need in your deck for your fusion summon, depending on what type of board your opponent has. Basically, Neos-Spacian, you play around how your opponent plays. So I would say Neos-Spacian is really a going second deck, but not really that much potential to OTK really in here. Onto the Neos-Spacians. Made at 2 Dark Panther because just being able to copy certain effects in the game and use it and be treated as certain card names. Dark Panther, but Dark Neos be able to turn off effects when you his fusion counterpart turn off effects. 2 Dark Panthers, 2 Grand Modes, because I actually main deck 2 Nebulas. My friends say that the best, he feel like Nebula is the best Neo-Spacian fusion you can make, really going second and plus. But so I played 2 and 2 just to help with consistencies of making Elemental Hero Neos Nebula. 2 Hummingbird, because seeing it first turn gaining life points, it picks you at a higher your higher life points going against your opponent. 1 Aqua Dolphin, just to have for the Aqua Dolphin, you basically send a hand traps to the graveyard before you activate your Neos Fusion, basically, so you don't get Ash. Flesh Grab for them deck stats just set a lot of back row, but back row really not a thing as much with the decks I play against with this with. And 1 Glow Moss, because the Neo-Spacian Glow Neos, basically the Glow Neos, just to make the Glow Neos, or Elemental Hero Chaos Neos, just in there for that. spells. I played one Neospace just to play as a one of. Kind of used to play the Pathfinder in here, but I just took the Pathfinder out because it just wasn't really helping with consistency issues. I wanted to see more different monsters in Pathfinder. Three E-calls because Neos-Spacian and Neos is elemental hero. You have three just to search Neos if you need a Neos just to go right off. One to search Prisma, one can search Shadows, and Shadows can search the Neos. Just to deck them right quick, but that's what we have three E-calls for. So an elemental hero deck, basically 37 cards. Two oversouls because Prisma dump Neos to the graveyard and summon Neos back first. If you have to go first, oversoul helps with going first and just bring back your elemental or Neos. Oversoul is just you need it in a Neos deck. One hero lives because it's that one, and if you see an opening play, most likely you might go for the Air Neos fusion with the Neos, but just one. Another thing about this card is basically people wonder why this card is still limited. Basically, this card is still limited is because of Air Neos. And you have this Air Neos, Solemn Warning, Solemn Strike, Solemn Judgment. You are not losing. And basically, this is why the card is limited. Can this card come back to 3? Madden's in this time of era right now, Yu-Gi-Oh, but basically, Hero Lives is still broken. For draw power, I use Convert Contact. Honestly, this is my favorite favorite draw card all the time. It's honestly it's better than Space Gate, but allowing you to send from your hand and deck Neos-Spacians is phenomenal. Like it just playing the Chaos version of this deck, you can just send the Glow Moss and the Dark Panther. Tri-Brigades, they can actually play Hummingbird and Dark Panther to send that for fuel for link materials in the graveyard with Tri-Brigades. All around just good card, draw card for Neos-Spacian. Play 3 Miracle Contact just so I don't have to play Pot of Avarice and get a free monster on board by special summon off of this, and it just shuffle all fusion materials back into the deck that listed on the Neos card and summons fusion monsters. Two Neos fusions because only reason why I want 2 is because basically standardly I special summon Neos, then normal summon a Neos-Spacian, and then I contact it back into the deck. But sometimes you just need to send materials to the graveyard along with the Convert Contact just to have it on ready on standby for your Miracle Contact. So just 2 fusion, and then basically Neos fusion you can make Rainbow Neos with it. Another reason why I wasn't playing a lot of Neospace as the field spell is because I like the equip card because it acts like the Neospace but no power boost. But when the equip the monster is removed from the field by any means removed from the field, you can summon the Neos from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So being able to summon the Neos from your hand, deck, or graveyard when your Neos-Spacian fusion, when your Neos fusion leaves the field, it's just phenomenal. Really, it's just keeping your field presence at 25. One contact out Honestly, I wish this card would really get a reprint. It came out of Gladiator Assault, but I don't have that many copies, and I would like a Gladiator, some more Gladiator Assault packs just to get this. But this is basically Contact Out. It's the D fusion for Neos-Spacian. It allows you to return the Neos-Spacian fusion you control to the extra deck and bring out the material from the deck. Honestly, it's a good way just to try to OTK your opponent, just as a one-of in here. And it can say if you're to target your fusion monster with a card effect, you just send it back, send the materials out. Spells, last spell, but is a Raigeki, just because this deck is not really a powerhouse deck, and it has its struggles. You could tweak it to certain ways you want to play. Mass Change 2 is very good in here, or just running Poly and defusion with the other Neo-Spacian fusion. If you don't want to play all the Neo-Spacian monsters, play the ones you actually like to summon. That's the thing. But just one Raigeki running off the spells. And last trap is next. Just because your hand, you might have a lot of monsters in it, and this be your only card. You just basically out of it. It is searchable by one of the Neos fusions, Neos Brave, but just a one of in here. Onto the fusion deck, we have Elemental Hero, Cosmos, Neos, because it's Elemental Hero Neos and 3 other Neos-Spacian with 3 different types. And when it returns to the X deck, it can destroy all cards my opponent controls when it returns to the X deck. So that's one of them things that helps me reset my opponent's field. Neo-Spacian Nebula allows me to draw cards, basically. And negate, draw cards and negate one monster on the field. Grand Magma Neos, just pump up and just return things. Shuffle all cards on the field into the deck, it just resets. Storm Neos. Elemental Hero Chaos Neos is a one-of. This is why I still play Glow Moss, because I really like this card. So play Glow Moss as the one to make this. For the Neos and 1 material fusion, we have starting off with Rainbow Neos. Brave Neos is the main 2. Generic, kind of almost generic ones. 1 Elemental Hero Dark Neos, this quite frankly is my favorite one. This is just, you can negate him and you just have a 25 B stick on the field, and his effect, once you target him to negate his own effect, he just stays on the field. So he's great to keep just field presence just as a fusion monster. Elemental Hero Glow Neos, because quite frankly is better than Glow Moss, and you make this, you destroy a card, and depending on what it is, his effect is applied. Air Neos, quite frankly, the most expensive Neo-Spacian monster, one of the most expensive fusion monsters in the game. Still have not seen a reprint. Luckily, mine's is first edition and very good condition. This card basically ranged from $40 with a trade, $40 cash to with a trade basically all the way to $200. Like, this card is insane. Still have not seen a reprint of this card, Konami, and quite frankly, it is one of the best Neo-Spacians you can make in playing Neo-Spacian. You build a deck all around this, playing 3 ofs. I have done it before. Sadly, I do not have a deck profile on that, but if I come across any more of these, I will be having a deck profile for Elemental Hero Air Neos. Flesh Crab just honestly just become big with your opponent setting back row and you playing Flesh Crab. It's just one of them cards you just need because it's a powerhouse. You have a one limited grand mode, so you can just get around certain annoying monsters. An Elemental Hero Aqua Neos for our Aqua Dolphin fusion, and it allows you to just rip more cards out your opponent's hand, and that's what Aqua Dolphin really do. It can honestly, this is another build in itself with the next card and more Aqua Dolphins, but honestly I feel like that will be the build that people will bring to the meta, because it basically, I think with more contact out and Aqua Neos basically in your extra deck, and next you get to hand loop your opponent and take every single card your opponent has with Aqua Neos, but that's on its own category, just like Air Hummingbird. Honestly, there's really is some consistent issues with this deck because of the monsters in here and the type of effects in which you do want to summon. And basically, you play this deck for fun, and this is not really a competitive build of Neo-Spacians. It's just one of them builds that you can play every single Neo-Spacian fusion, and whatever one you bring out in the game is whatever one you bring out and play. But for a little test hand, we have Neos, Glow Moss, Neos Fusion, Hero Lives, and Neo Connector, which is absolutely one of them good hands you can get with the Neo-Spacian, with the Glow Moss. And even though you don't have a Neo Space or instant Neo Space, this is where I was talking about, you can just make the dark, or basically making Rainbow Neos on first turn. Easily making Rainbow Neos on first turn, obviously. And that then. Thanks guys for tuning in to this deck profile. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you would like to see a different variant to this deck profile, please comment, like, and subscribe, and comment telling me that you would like to see a different variant of a deck, and tell me which variant you would like to see, and I will try to get that to you guys. Y.G.O-LYFE signing out.